Hello, welcome to my cooking channel. Now, first of all, what we're going to cook today is spaghetti with some red beans, red kidney beans. So first of all, we need to get our spaghetti. I boiled some water in the kettle. I'm going to use the rice cooker, by the way. I'm not going to do any measurements because I just do approximations. Take a handful and crack it like that. I use pre-boiled water from the kettle because it's just faster. A little bit of oil so it doesn't stick. Next. What's next? Okay. I'm gonna have peeled tomatoes, 2 cans of red kidney beans. I don't know if I'm using 2 cans. Should I use 1 can? 2 cans? I need 2 cans because there's no meat, so you need more beans for more protein. Anyways, also I use there's some Weight Watchers thing I bought, some pasta sauce. This one is Parmesan and pesto. You can use any. I use Weight Watchers because it's low fat. I am using peeled tomatoes for the first time, but I always just prefer to add fresh tomatoes as well. I normally add fresh tomatoes only, but since I'm using that, I'll just add 1 diced up tomato. There's also some spinach now. Spinach is really good for protein, and it's green leafy. That's always good for you, right? It's got a lot of antioxidants, by the way. Vitamin C, don't take my word for it, I don't know what it's got. It's got some sort of vitamin K, or is that in carrots? It's good for the eyes. No, that's carrots, I don't know. Anyways, we take our yay old choppy board. Onions. 1 large onion should suffice. And that's that. Okay, here we go. Chop the onion. Also, warm the cooker up. Ooh, very close that was. That was very close. Whew. Yeah, so note to self, always be mindful of your cooking. When you're slicing, make sure you focus on that. Don't look at the camera like, oh, and next thing you know, you slice your finger off. And there we go. So that's the onions chopped. I think the pan has heated up quite a bit. By the way, exhaust, if you have one, put that full blast because soon it's going to get smelly in here, all these spices and shit. People aren't going to appreciate it. Well, your clothes are, never mind. Anyways, just a dabble of oil, okay? Which means like, whenever I say dabble, that means like 1 tablespoon. Alright, by the way, spaghetti is going to take around 10 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes, I'd say. Maximum 20. You want it to get al dente, which means it's firm, yet cooked. Like, you can eat it. Oh yeah, there's going to be olives in this. There's going to be, I love jalapenos. I put jalapenos in everything. In my sandwiches, in my pizza, and strangely enough in my spaghetti. Garlic paste, yeah. See, since I don't use garlic cloves, I just find it hassle to just keep buying them and cutting them, and then I don't know how to store the ones that you don't use, how long they last, blah. This is easier. Spoon, bam, done. So yeah, 1 teaspoon is about a clove, 2 cloves of garlic, roughly. While the oil is heating up, our spaghetti is boiling there. Throw the garlic into the hot oil, and then now. So yeah, what do we do next? All right. Wait, am I really gonna have 2 of these? Wait, how many? 400 grams. Okay, 114 calories, or 1,000 calories? No, it can't be 1,000. This is per 100. So per 100, this is about 400 calories. Yeah, I think 2 is required then, because 1 of these is about 8 times 4. What's 8 times 4? 28. 32. Dumbass. 32 grams protein. It's actually pretty good. What do we do next? Our oil is hot. Throw a little bit of garlic in there. Roughly like half a tablespoon. You know, depending on how much food you're cooking. Watch out for the freaking oil shots. Probably not a good idea, I'm wearing this. Oh, and before I forget, I'll just take everything out. I'm gonna put some vinegar in there later. I'm gonna put some honey in there. I prefer to never use sugar. I always use honey whenever sugar is called for in a recipe. Honey is much better. It's natural. It's not processed, and it does the same job. It's sweetened. You have to sweeten the thing sometimes. You have to counter the citric acid from the, let's say, the tomato or the lemon juice, which I'm going to use as well. All right, what's left? This is cooking. You have to be mindful to move the garlic paste around because it will burn if it's, ouch, the garlic paste will burn if it's in one place too long. So just keep moving it around. You'll get the garlicky smell now. So I need to get on the plate, put that in, put the spoon in. All right, put in your onions. Stir it around a bit, mix the garlic with onions around a bit. All right, tomato. Always wash your fresh fruits, man. Always wash them, because you know what? Remember when you're out there, you're picking your food from the supermarket. I don't know if you do it yourself, I do. And you know, you put your hand in there, you don't know whose hands have been in there. They've like picked up the food, they've been like, no, I don't want this one, I'll have that one. You know how many hands have been in that damn fruit basket or vegetable basket thing? Like some guy who's walking around, he's picked his nose and then he's like touching the food. Now I gotta watch this again. Chop the tomato. Don't forget to keep stirring this guy right here. Okay, I think I should lower the heat, it's a bit too much. Chop the onion now. I leave the pulp because the pulp is nice to get like little watery, gravy, pulpy stuff going. I don't know why I do that. I leave it out of like, I spoon the pulp out when I'm making pizza, let's say. Because you don't want pulp in your pizza. You know, you just want the tomato part. So it depends. It depends what you're cooking. It depends on your personal tastes and, you know. Right. Once your tomato are chopped, yeah, I might as well put the tomatoes in now. Okay, once your onions are slightly browned or they become translucent or soft, they've been pretty much they've been kind of cooked slightly. You can add your other stuff. So I'm going to add this in now, the tomatoes. By the way, I have no set way, like in what sometimes I throw in the beans before the tomatoes, or you know. But when you're cooking meat, always put in the meat after the onions are browned, because you have to get the meat to cook. With vegetables, especially canned stuff, they're already cooked and they don't take long to cook even if they are fresh, so it's not a big deal. Okay. And just leave it. Now, I have to work fast. I have to take onions, not onions, but kidney beans. I cut my nails today, so I can't really. That was easy. Okay, that's not easy. Freaking crack. Alright. Now. Okay, good. You gotta sieve the beans, because you don't want to use that disgusting water that they're preserved in, because it's got a lot of chemicals and stuff, I think, you know. So it's not really good. So just kind of sieve out the bean. Listen to music when you're cooking. Take this from me. Never dance when you're carrying a sieve full of something. I've made that mistake before. It's not pretty, and you have a whole lot of mess to clean up. Just mix the beans up with the tomatoes that's already there. Let them soak up the flavor, as they say in the cooking shows. Alright, now, what's next? Excuse my crappy dancing, but I love to dance when I'm cooking. Okay. Now, the tomatoes. Fucking shouldn't have cut my nails, man. Ugh. Okay, just put that crap in there. Like so. right? I have to crush the tomatoes. I never used these canned tomatoes before, so they're kind of whole, even though they're without the skin, but they're whole tomatoes. So you have to kind of squish them. You know what I'm saying? All right, once that's done, now I have to check up on my spaghetti. Use a fork and just kind of bring it out and just see if it's. Oh, oops! Yeah, it's done. And I think it's slightly more than al dente, slightly. So I need to move fast. I need to sieve again, and I'm gonna just. Now the trick to making them not stick, most people know this, but I'll say it anyways. First the oil, right, the water. Second thing is I'm gonna save the water that I used because it wasn't tap water. The second trick not to make them stick, I didn't want to make that rhyme, is put them under cold water for a bit. Cold running water. That ensures that they won't stick together. I don't know why, don't ask me the science, I just heard it, you know, and I think it's general knowledge in the cooking industry or whatever the fuck. Now, while this is still cooking, I want to throw in the rest of my Weight Watchers Parmesan stuff. Okay, that's that. Oh yeah. See, this thing, the pasta sauce, has all the flavor. So, like the actual herb infused flavor. So make sure you get a good sauce, good pasta sauce. Try different ones. All of them are quite distinct. Now, what else is left? Yeah, the spinach, man. Don't forget about the spinach, dude. Okay. Since I already have a lot of beans, so that's quite a lot of protein anyways, I'm just gonna take like a handful, like this much, a handful. Again, make sure, wash it up. Remember that disgusting story I told you about? Now what I do with spinach is I normally chop up the stems, because you don't want to use the stems, you know. They're edible, you can eat them, but the texture isn't really right for something like spaghetti, you know. And again, here we have the spinach. Just chop it up into like tiny shredded pieces, shred it up basically. Make sure you don't cut yourself. Okay. You don't have to cut it up tiny. You can cut it up as whatever you want. You can even throw it in whole. I mean, I don't know. You can have it whole as well, because it's going to wither and wilt away in the sauce. So it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, this is still cooking. Now, let's put in a bit of lemon juice. Add the lemon juice. 1, 2, that's about 3 caps, which is about 2.5, 3 tablespoons. I don't know. Yeah, around 3 tablespoons. I measure in caps, you know, or whatever's at hand. I don't really. There's the white vinegar. Put in about 4 of these caps. Honey. Put 4 drippings. Okay, that didn't sound right. Oh yeah, by the way, regarding the spaghetti, don't leave it in the sieve, because it kind of clumps up into like that, the sieve shape if it's there too long. It's not good. Okay. Olives go in last because they don't really tend to cook, or I don't really like to cook them anyways too much. They don't even need cooking. You can just eat them raw, right? So just put them in after you put in the spaghetti normally. And by the way, yeah, I add the spaghetti to the pasta. I don't use this pasta sauce as a topping for the boiled spaghetti, but you can do that. It's up to you. It's your preference. As a college student, it's easier if you have less plates, you know, and less time to like have the spaghetti here and then put this and that. So it's up to you. I'm lazy like that. Here is the shredded spinach. And now, Just stir that around a bit. Let them mingle. Let the flavors mingle. Let the spinach be like, yo, what's up, beans? The beans are like, yo, how you doing? You want to do a little? I don't know why I said that. I forgot one last thing. The jalapenos. For the pasta, I normally chop them up into I dice them up into small dicey pieces. I use a handful, like 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6, 7 pieces of cut up, sliced jalapeno. And like in pizza, I'll just put these whole on top of the pizza. But for pasta, I chop them up. It spreads the flavor. You don't want to get one big mouth full of this thing while you're enjoying your pasta, you know. You'll be like enjoying it, and suddenly all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck is that? And you're like running to the bathroom, you're crying, and fucking there's pasta all over the place, and your brother's like, dude, what the fuck? And your sister's there like, on the floor, rolling on the floor, laughing, and you know, it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. So you don't want that. So just chop them up, chop them up. Long story short, chop them up. Heat it up, and just add that to the mix. All right. What's next? If you can't dance, don't dance. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's an onion. No need to worry, guys. It's an onion. Now. All right. Okay. Oh shit! What the fuck was that? Never mind. All right. Cooking. Did I forget anything? I normally put the mushrooms. I forgot to put mushrooms in there. So let's just do that now. Again, wash the mushrooms up. Just gonna put all of them in. I should leave those for the pizza. Okay. Again, onions I also chop up into pieces, small pieces. Alright, small chopped mushrooms. Just put that in there. Mix that up. You basically want to make sure everything in that bowl is thoroughly cooked and the flavors are all amalgamated. Oh, big word, Mr. Big Word Guy. They're mixed. Okay? Ah! There are too many things going on, man, in this fucking kitchen. Just to make you know what it looks like without spilling it. Can you see? I don't know if you can see, but throw the spaghetti into the pot. This is the big step. And just mix it up. Ooh, what about the olives, Mr. Chef? Wait, just wait a minute, okay? Can you tell I'm very excited because I'm about to eat soon? Now, we put in the olives. Put in a handful, put in a generous amount, man. Olives are always cool. Oh, also, if you want some more flavor, or if you haven't used a pasta sauce to enhance the flavor, you can always add basil. Basil is good. It's a nice herb to add to this stuff. Sprinkle in a generous amount of basil. Mint is another good one if you, I don't know if you're into that. Oregano as well, but oregano, I mainly use it for pizzas, not sauces, not spaghettis, I mean. So just mix it all around. See, now the cool thing about vegetable or vegetarian pasta is that you can serve it hot or cold. I mean, if I want, I can keep this, some of it later in a separate container and have it cold as a salad. It still works. See, now I have some water left. If I want, I can always add, if it gets too dry, by the way, lower the heat to minimal amount now. If you feel it's getting a bit too dry, just add a bit of the water that you used for the boiling of the pasta, right? Get it a little watery. I always like my food a little watery. I don't like dry food. And that's it. That's about it. Look, take a look, take a look. Take a look. Come with me, come on. Look over there. Yeah, see that? That is the shit, man. That's the stuff, man. That's the stuff. So that's done. And there's the extra water from leftover from the boiling. So we're gonna use that in case that dries up too much later on. I'm gonna have some now. You can have it with garlic bread, by the way. And I don't. Gotta watch the carbs. So that's enough carbs for me, the spaghetti. See, now you can put this to lowest heat once you just want it to stay warm. That's it. It's done. Cover it up. Just leave it there. Ready to eat whenever you want. That's about it. Thank you for watching my first attempt at cooking and teaching you how to cook. I hope you learned something. I know I did.